So welcome back to my channel, Mikulich. If you don't know me yet, you probably know me from Together We Are Family. But today I'm back with another video. It's been so long since I've done one of these. But today I'm going to be showing you how to make a cool thumbnail for your videos. Before we get straight into it, if you're new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit the red subscribe button down around here. Turn on the notification bell for updates or more on this channel. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the thumbs up down below, as that would be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's get straight to the video. Alright, so what you're going to do is make sure you have two main apps, Superimpose X and Fonto. The links will be down in the description for these apps. But what you're gonna need is, obviously when you're making a thumbnail, you're gonna need photos. So what you're gonna do is make sure you have photos in a ratio by 16:9, because that's what the photos are gonna be in when you put them as your thumbnail. You don't want it too big because you don't want it like either shrunk, or you don't want it too small because you don't want it stretched. You don't want to mess up the resolution. You want to make it as clean as possible, most effective and more clear to the viewer's eye. But yeah, once you get those photos, you're gonna have two photos like I did, like this, bang and bang, and you're gonna just choose which one you're gonna have, like an object or yourself. But for me, I picked the one up here. So we're going to be using that in Superimpose X. So that's what you're going to do. Go straight into Superimpose X, make a new session or project, whatever you want to call it. And what you're going to do is select the photo that you want to put as your thumbnail. So from here, what you're going to do is duplicate it, because we're going to be masking the layer out so we can make it stand out of the photo, just like this. So what you're going to do after you duplicate the photo is go straight to mask. The middle one or the bottom bar, it literally just says it, mask. And then what you're gonna do from here, it's gonna have a brush like this, but what you're gonna do is press on it and pick the lasso just 2 blocks away left. And what you're gonna do with this is literally outline yourself as clean as possible. But for me, since it's a video, I'm gonna do it like as quick as I can, because I don't want this to be like too stretched out. It's gonna be a quick tutorial, but just step by step, just details. But yeah, this is what you're gonna do. Literally just like this, just outline yourself. What's good about Superimpose X also is that you can zoom in as much as you want, because in other apps, if you want to like cut yourself out, it's gonna be like you can zoom in but not too much, if that makes sense. So you're not gonna get it as accurate. But what you're gonna do is literally just like this, just outline yourself. Just like that. You're just gonna outline yourself just like this. You can see I'll probably have a screen recording here just the whole time, but as you can see, it's just outlined like that. But when you press the X, this is one thing to make sure. When you press the tick, it's gonna show up like this: the loop is incomplete, please look for a broken section and fix them. What you're gonna do is pretty simple, just connect the red lines. So what you're gonna do is just make sure it's not touching the photo, just loop it back around, just make sure all of those lines are touching. Press a tick and it's cut out. If you want to make sure that it's cut out on the very top, you can literally just press this button right here and it will just show you the cutout. And look how look, I've just did it as quick as possible, but look how clean it is. What you're gonna do also, because when it's on this, right, so I've just showed the blended image. It's just both of the photos on it. As you can see, you can't really tell right now, but what I did to my thumbnail to make it look like this, which is going to be our final product, is that I made sure that the photo underneath it is like what you call it, just unsaturated, so it's just black and white. So all you do is literally just like this, just go to filter on the very first photo, press basic, or was it colors, go to colors, and literally just bring that saturation down. And look how much I stand out. Like, it just pops out that much more and makes your thumbnail way more better. What you're gonna do is literally go to your top one, which you've masked out, and literally just go to back to mask and go blur shrink, just this button right here, and just blur the edges like the littlest bit, just to make sure like it's not like hard cuts, so you don't notice it in the thumbnail. It just blends smooth. And even if you want, if you go to layers and press light wrap, the app's gonna make your photo just look like it's in that environment. But since I already am, there's no point of me doing it, but I'll show you it anyway. So just like that, you can see a difference. But I'm not going to do that because I'm already in that environment, and it makes no sense why I blend myself into the same photo that I was already in. But what you're going to do, what I like doing is putting an outline on it. So I normally go for like a white thin outline, or no, sorry, a white outline and a very like thin black line, because it just makes it pop out just like this. So you go to editor on your mask, then you press your tools, then you go to the very right of that, like it opens up in like tabs, and you want to go to mask outline, and there you go, it's already white. And I make this just not too thick but not too thin, so just like this. Somewhere around like that, and then you press your tick, and then just do it again but in black. Like already that's already like popping out, but you just want to make it thin because you don't want to make it too chunky. Just like that. Like look how much that pops out. You just press the tick again, and then what you're gonna do is go to layers, and this is where you're gonna put your shadow. So I'm going to put just like, you can put any color like white, red, like all of them pop up, but for me I'm gonna make it more natural, just put a black shadow. And you can also like edit the blur amount as well, which is pretty good, so you can do that. Just makes it stand out more in the thumbnail. Bang, so that's it. And then what you're going to do, what am I gonna add next? So what I have right now, right, so I already have like the base of it, it's already looking good, but what you're gonna add is like your effects. So what you do is add another photo layer. So I have speed lines on this photo. How I made it, you can't really find it on the internet, but if you search up starburst effect, it will come up as this, and then you can literally use distort the photo. And I made it just into a swirl, just makes it look that much like more nicer, if that makes sense. It's not like all straight lines, it just makes it flow like really good. So what you want to do is make sure it's just bigger than the actual photo itself, and then what you're gonna do is literally drag that below your mask, and bang, that's already looking good. What you want it to make it like just even a bit better, go back to layers, go press blend, and just go flick through like all your blend modes. Like look, darken, like overlay, look, that's already looking nice if you want it. But I think I might go for soft light looks pretty nice. So what I'm gonna do is literally just put the blend mode soft light and maybe turn the opacity a little bit lower, just have that subtle touch. Then what you're gonna do, for me, I kind of just gonna add all these effects just to show you what it looks like, because like all these just work together well. What I'm gonna do is add speed lines as well. Fit the mask. I don't usually just fit it to mask because the line's too like, it just takes up most of the photo. So what I do is just make it even bigger, just so you can see the littlest spikes just go into the photo. And for me that looks fine. And then you go straight to blend again, and you literally just put it again, either like just go flick through it. Like screen is already good in itself, it just removes all the black and it just goes white. When you see it, it's just perfect like that. Also what I might add is this VHS cam effect. If you search that up, it's pretty much just like some screen just to make it look more like a thumbnail. It just makes it look like it's a recording thumbnail. So what I did, it's really easy to make these. So what you're gonna do is just search up like on the internet, it's just VHS overlay, and what you're gonna do is literally just mask it out again. And what you're gonna do is press fit the canvas, just so it goes into the thing. And I normally leave that on the top because obviously when you're making like It just makes it look like it's recording. Then lastly, what you want to add is your words, unless you just don't do words. But like what I'm gonna do is literally go, this is where Fonto comes in. You want to go to Fonto, make sure you go to, you create a new one, go to plain images, then you pick any one of the top two, then you go to color. Usually I go for this light gray because I'm going to be masking it out after, so I literally just do that. And you go to the image size by pressing the top button. The like default, it will come 2048 to 2048, and what you can do is just change it. I usually go for the iPhone, like it can literally be any of these because you're going to be masking out the background anyway, but I normally just go for like an iPhone 8 Plus because it's just a really good like ratio to go with. So once you pick your ratio, you press use, and then what you're going to do is find the font that you're going to use for your thumbnail. For me, I'm going to use, I have like some good fonts, but I think today I might use Burbank Big Condensed Black. Burbank Big Condensed Black. You can literally just search it up on the internet called the font. I think that's what it's called, the font. And you can literally just download your fonts on that, and it's free. It's all free, all the fonts, and you can literally just download them to Fonto, and you can use all of them. So which is really good. But what I'm gonna do is literally just type out how to make a thumbnail because that's what the video is about. Just like that, just pure white, because I think that looks nice already as it is. Also making sure that it's all centered. Just like that, looks already good in itself. So once you've done that, you're gonna be you can put some gradient on it. So like create color pattern, white, like I'll just show you how I do it. You can literally just do that and put a stroke on it if you wanted to, like just like that. But when you're doing a gradient, just make sure that your two lines are separate lines, because otherwise it will just spread the gradient out, and then it will make one like a flat color and then the other one, like it will spread out the gradient throughout the whole thing. So just make sure it's two separate lines, so it can have two separate gradients, just like this. Also a good tip to know, if you're making these and you want it to look exactly the same, literally just highlight them both and just go to style, and it will just make sure like whatever your first thing that you've typed out and styled, it will go to that like that preset, and it will literally just come out like that. So what I'm going to do is just make thumbnail look bigger, just like this. Like look how good that looks. Yep, so I think that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do is save it. And then what you're going to do is go back to superimpose text and add your photo layer and go to the photo that you just saved. And when it comes up like this, canvas size, new layers, larger, blah, 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 you want to go yes, fix it, because it will just make sure that the resolution is looking clear and not blurry. And what you want to do is literally just go back to mask like we did before with the first photo. But when you're doing this, it's not the lasso this time, it's going to be the wand. So it's literally right beside it when you look at it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So when you do that, you're gonna just resize it whatever way you want, just like this. Like you can also just make like either put it like behind the person or the object, or just put it in front to make it stand out more. And then you can also add a shadow, which is also a plus. So I might add it like that. What you can also do is if you go to editor on the photo, on like these words for example, you can also go to, what was it? you like once you have them all deselected and you go to editor on the photo, if you press distort, you can also change like the way it looks. So you can go like the transform, you can like make it bigger, make it smaller. But today I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. Just make it as simple as possible. Don't want to make it too confusing for you. And you can also just search up tutorials how to use superimpose X. But what you're gonna do is literally just place it however you want, just like this. I think that looks pretty good as well. But see how the way in my VHS cam like overlay, you see that red circle just right there? I think I'm gonna try to accent that with another effect. So what I'm gonna have is like some fire particle effects. So if I go back to my thumbnail folder, if you go and pick something like this photo, it will look pretty good. You can like just accent it a little bit more, so you don't want it too bland. You know, you gotta make it colorful, but I'm just trying to make it as simple as possible. So what you're gonna do is just again fit the canvas, turn your blend mode, bang, you know what you're doing, screen, overlay, whatever you want to do. What I'm gonna do is also turn down the opacity a little bit and then put it behind my character, because I don't want it to light up the whole, you know, my face. Like it just looks too orange. But we're gonna change that. So what you're gonna do is literally just put it behind me, and bang, look how well that looks already. But also, since it's red, you don't want it to go like red orange. I mean, if you want, that's your preference. But what I'm gonna do is that you go to colors, well, after you go to filter, just to make sure, just so you don't get confused, go to colors and go to hue and literally just move it down, up. Like as you can see, it goes like red, whatever. I'm just gonna change it to I think I'm just gonna change it, like leave it to red. You can also put your saturation up just to make sure that you're actually getting that right color. Bang, so I got that. There's your red. Then what you're also gonna add, what the else to add? Also, you can search up like this red circle PNG. It's just on the internet. You don't have to mask out anything, which is good. But what you're gonna do is get a photo like this. You're also gonna possibly put it behind the whole thing. So I'm gonna just put it like behind everything. Just make sure it's over the layer, the original layer, what you did to like duplicate it. You're gonna have it over that, because you don't want it hidden behind, because what's the point of adding it if you can't see it? And what you're gonna do is literally just make it big enough, but you're not gonna use the whole circle. You're gonna have like just the blur of the edge of it, just to like make that photo pop, just like that. You can also change the blending on it, but whoops, that's the wrong layer, silly me. But you can also change the blend mode on it. I think I might just keep it on overlay, because the way that looks is just oof. And yeah, that's pretty much the thumbnail. So once you're done that, make sure you save it to your photos, just like I did here. And what you can also do to make it even pop more is even go to your photos, right? So this is how you do it. Go to your photos, and what you're gonna do is literally just press edit, and through here you can literally just go through like the exposure, the contrast, the brilliance. That's one of the settings apparently. Just edit it like me. You can if you want, or just to your preference, so whatever looks nicest to you. So I'm just gonna do this, just bring up the exposure, bring down the brilliance. Highlights I normally bring down as well, and shadows I put up, or no, I put it down to make it like, it's not contrast in a way, but like it brings out like the, well, yeah, contrast. I'm changing the contrast, but not actually using the contrast setting, if that makes sense. But yeah, you're gonna have like, it's just gonna show you like the depth of the colors more. There you go, contrast. Just put it up like a little bit. Brightness, sometimes I bring down, sometimes I bring up, depends on how like light or dark the photo is. Black point I don't really mess around with. Saturation, it looks already like good in itself. Vibrance, no. Warmth, no. I don't really use any of these. Now definition, this is what's gonna make your photo pop. If you bring it up just like this, it will give you like that really like saturated kind of like black point kind of look. But for me, I don't really like it, so I'm just gonna bring it down like to like a 0 because I don't really use that much, but it depends on your preference. And yeah, that's pretty much the thumbnail. So that's literally gonna wrap up like how to make a thumbnail just like this one right here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's pretty simple once you get to learn what the app really is, like how to use it. It gets really easy, trust me. I tried to learn how to make thumbnails myself, and it was such a struggle to actually find like how to make a good thumbnail, but here I am helping you guys how to make thumbnails, and that's pretty much it. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I have honestly stretched this video out so long, 22 minutes. Oh my goodness, probably gonna cut this down, but that's pretty much it from me. That's how you make your thumbnail. Hopefully you guys got some insight and help, and hopefully I've helped you to make a thumbnail for your video. So hopefully this will improve like what you want in your thumbnails. But yeah, I've said thumbnails so many times, but that's pretty much it from me. Again, if you're new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button down around there and turn the notifications bell for updates and more on this channel. Also, if you like this video, I mean, if you don't, it's fine, but if you like this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button down below, and hopefully I cannot talk today. That will be greatly appreciated. And also, if you have any ideas or suggestions for content that you want us to do next, make sure to drop a comment down below, and hopefully I'll do one of them for you. So that, yeah, that's pretty much it. So till I do another video of these again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, hopefully I helped you, and hopefully your YouTube video has just gotten that little bit better. Yeah, that's been your boy Miko. Till I do another video. Peace.